A battle group is a combined arms team.
The collection of component parts that together is able to respond to a series of threats.
Instead of just having one type of element, for example, infantry units or artillery units, a battle group is a mixture of those various combat arms.
What we provide here is a really potent force that is able to not only deter but then defeat an aggressor.
These battalions will be robust and they will be multinational. And they make clear that an attack on one ally would be considered an attack on the whole alliance.
Estonia sits as the most northern Baltic country in a very sort of strategic region, and if you look at Tallinn, opposite Helsinki, it's the gateway to the Gulf of Finland and therefore into St. Petersburg. So just where Estonia sits in itself is of importance, and that's why there is that onus on making sure that we've got the right defensive capabilities, not just in Estonia but within the Baltics.
Our first priority is always readiness. So when we get here, we put the team together and we make sure that all elements of the battle group are ready to go out the door if required. Obviously, our principal mission is deterrence, and we do that by our presence here, consistent training, but we always have to be ready to accomplish that defend part of the mission, which is really our readiness and ability to project our forces as required. Within our command post, all 9 nations are represented. All 9 nations are represented within each of the subunits, each country providing different capacities to the battle group.
And each of the contributing nations brings forward a component that adds to the defensive posture of that battle group. So we really are the sum of all the parts, and that's what we draw our strength from, and all the strengths and capabilities that those nations offer.
It's one of the most rewarding missions you can have as an army, an armed force. I believe it's an amazing concept when you bring all the countries together under one unified command structure, and everyone has a singular purpose.
Being NATO allies, we have a lot of common tactics, techniques, procedures, and whatever is not common, we're able to sort out relatively quickly once we get on the ground.
We work very closely with NATO's maritime assets in the Baltic region, and likewise with the air assets that support us here, whether that be through the Baltic Air Police or air capabilities coming in from the broader alliance into the region.
So the events starting in February 24th have obviously brought additional focus to our mission. We see that the threat is real, and we see the conflict in Ukraine playing out as it is now. So our soldiers come with a renewed focus to maintain readiness and definitely be ready at all times.
We're constantly varying the geometry of the battle group to make sure that we've got those capabilities that are relevant and current and able to defend not just Estonia but the wider region.
So we have 8 multinational NATO battlegroups from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea.
You're expanding upon that current footprint. So now instead of having it just in the north, east of the NATO region, now you're spreading it all the way down to the southeast, and you're creating that barrier, if you will, against any aggression all the way through the region.
Having these multinational battle groups in place, ready to go right now, sends a message that we're here, we're ready, and that we can respond to any aggression as it would happen.
The fact that we're able to work so effortlessly and seamlessly together and able to integrate is a clear demonstration of the cohesive nature of the alliance and the unity that we have. And that underscores our collective defence of us being able to work together. And it underpins Article 5 in that you have a unified and collective response to a threat against a single member.